William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. You're going to sleep.
This is Ahmed for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in New York City. Delighted to be joined by super lightweight champion, WBA world champion, Regis Prograis. How are you doing, sir?
I'm perfect, man. I'm loving New York right now, so I'm doing real good.
Bit different to Glasgow. Let's talk about
different.
Glasgow. You obviously ringside for Taylor Baranchik. What did you make of Josh's performance, firstly?
It was a great performance. I think it was a great performance. You know, he got in a firefight with Baranchik. Just like I've been saying, you know, I feel like he has some holes. And I told him that, and you know, he said that he'll go, and of course he'll go to the gym and work on some things, and it'll be a different fight with me. But overall, it was a good performance. He showed a lot of heart. You know, he had a big cut over his eye. And he kept fighting, and you know, it was a real good atmosphere, real good performance, and I just can't wait to fight him.
Before the tournament, it was highly touted that you and Josh would be the final. So you got that. To be honest, on paper, it's one of the fights of the year going into it. In terms of stylistically, do you feel you have the right style to beat Josh Taylor?
I feel like I got the right style, or you could consider the wrong style to beat anybody, basically, you know, because I feel like my style is no style. I can do so many different things. I can keep changing, you know. I can, you know, you can't study me, you know. You can try to study me, but you can't, you know. And I just feel like I can do too many things right now in the ring. I can just do too many things. So I think that I do have the right style to beat anybody right now.
I've heard sort of you speak highly of Josh, but do you think he gets involved in the shootout too much? We saw that a little bit in the Baranchik fight.
Nah, because sometimes that's what you gotta do. You know, sometimes that you have to bite down and fight. You know, you can't. You know, sometimes you can't stay on the outside and fight and pop shot all the time because it might not work for you. You know, so sometimes you have to get in. You know, you have to get into a shootout and fight. And of course, I think sometimes that's even better for boxing. That's even better for your brand. You know, And I know that's the Scottish people, they are actually known for that. They're known for being, you know, just like Ken Buchanan, he was known for being, you know, a great boxer, just a perfect boxer on the outside. And then at the same time, he had a good chin, and he'll go at it. He'll, you know, slug it out and, you know, bleed and stuff like that, but he'll slug it out too. So, I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do.
Now, there's been a lot of speculation about the location of the final. We're looking at a September, October date probably. Obviously, Josh would want it in Glasgow. You'd want it. Where are you from? New Orleans, is that correct?
I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah, you'd want it there. But actually, would you want it there? Or would you prefer MSG?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's really, it all depends. Just like I said, I want to be somewhere where it makes the most sense, global, and to get the most media there. And you know, just like Lou DiBella, what my promoter was saying, you know, maybe somebody somewhere here, you know, New York, LA, Vegas. You know, I think that'll be 3 major spots to get, you know, to get the most media attention out of, because this is a huge fight. This is, you know, this is number 1, number 2 in the world fighting each other. And like I said, you don't get that. You don't get that in no other divisions right now, you know, except right now. This is a huge fight, so it should get the most attention as possible.
Is London also a possibility?
Probably. Maybe. If of course, if we can get, like I said, I think that'll be, of course, it'll still be more his turf, but at the same time, we don't know. It depends. Depends on where that you know, it depends.
Would it annoy you if it landed up in Glasgow?
Would it annoy me? I couldn't say annoy me, but I don't know. You know, would it annoy me? I don't know. It depends. I don't think it'll annoy me, but I shouldn't. I feel like I'm the number 1 seed. I shouldn't have to go in nobody's backyard. I definitely shouldn't have to go in his hometown to fight him. You know, and same thing. He doesn't have to come in my hometown to fight. It should be someone neutral.
There's a lot of hype around Josh Taylor in the UK. People saying he's pound for pound material, etc. Firstly, do you believe that hype? And when, in your opinion, when you beat Josh Taylor, do you think you'll kind of get the respect you deserve as a world champion, a unified world champion?
Yeah,
to beat Josh Taylor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, after the Josh Taylor fight, I think that, you know, I've been ranked number 1 for a while now, but I think that, you know, after the Josh Taylor fight, that, you know, people really know that I'm the real deal, because he, just like I said, I give him the most credit, and I think he's one of the top people in the world right now. I think I really regard him that high, because I really think he is good. I think he's really good, you know, just like, you know, the other champions and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of champions out there is that good, but I really think that skill-wise that he really is that good. He has a lot of tools, you know. So that's why I'm just excited. You know, I'm excited to fight him, and, you know, and do what I got to do.
Once again, in your opinion, when you beat Josh Taylor, you've got Jose Ramirez and Maurice Hooker out there. I'm sure you want to become undisputed champion.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Just I definitely want those fights. I've been wanting to fight Ramirez for a while. As far as Hooker, you know, I can fight him too. So if that fight happens, what I'm hearing is they trying to near and get that fight. So if that fight happens, then that'll be even. It should be even easier for me to make that fight with them, be undisputed, and go up to 147.
Say you do become undisputed champ, or those fights just don't materialise and it takes a long time. Would you consider going up to 147 pounds? We know that's the sort of the money division, and you've got Terence Crawford, who used to be 140 pound champion. So you two could get it on potentially. Yeah,
definitely. I've been wanting to fight Terence Crawford, you know, since he was at 140, you know. But I was just coming up, and, you know, he was leaving and stuff like that. So, yeah, if those fights don't happen when I want them to happen, then of course, then yeah, we'll just leave those belts how they are and go up to 147.
All right, Regis, appreciate your time on IFL TV. Wish you the best of luck ahead of your fight with Josh Taylor.
All right, thank you, man.
Anything you want to add?
Nah, man, just coming to see the fight. Come to see the fight tonight, Andy Joshua, see what he do, and hopefully they can make the big heavyweight fights, the ones we want to see soon.
Absolutely. You seen Joshua box live before?
Never.
Okay, well, enjoy it tonight.
First time.
Yeah, and we'll catch you word soon.
All right, thank you.
William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. We're doing a sleep.